Hey you guys, I'm iteshamarie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the new MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. I am using the shade NW45, so if you're interested in seeing me try this on, give you a wear test and a final review, then just keep on watching. So the shade that I picked up was NW45. I actually wanted to grab NC50, but for whatever reason, Ulta did not carry that shade, even though it says that they do on their website. So I feel like NW45 is the closest match to me. And back in the day when I used to wear MAC like exclusively, I believe NW45 was the shade that I was wearing. So it says that this is supposed to leave your skin 209% more hydrated instantly. It's supposed to give you 24-hour hydration, and it has an 80% skincare base. It includes hyaluronic acid. It says it has medium buildable coverage. It leaves a radiant glowy finish, and it has 12-hour wear. Now it also says that this is transfer resistant, non-creasing, non-caking, and does not clog pores. So we're gonna see about all of those claims today, y'all. This is kind of nostalgic to me. Not that like MAC is an old brand or anything, like MAC is still definitely popping. It just takes me back to when I used to wear MAC. Like if you were an it girl, then you only wear MAC, period. MAC lip gloss, cream sheen, dazzle glass, foundation, studio fix, powder, all of that. All of the things, my whole collection was exclusively MAC. And that was before I even like really knew what I was doing. So I'm ready to get into this foundation. Y'all ready? So I've already gone in and hydrated my skin with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. That's what I'm using as my moisturizer and primer today. I want to try MAC, I think it's like Hyper Real skincare line, but maybe we'll get into that a little later. And I'm going to pump, oh, you know what? I got one of those little, I've got one of the little plastic palettes now, so I'm fancy now. So I'm gonna apply this to the right side of my face first. And I'm going to just kind of see how it looks compared to nothing on one side. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna do one full pump. And that's one full pump right there. And I'm going to just take my hands to apply it. I'm gonna do another little dot here and a tiny little dot on my forehead. Just kind of stippling it first. Ooh, that's a good match. That's just melting right in. Okay, so this is how we're looking on the right side with the foundation on, and then the left side has nothing. I don't know, both sides seem radiant because my skin is very moisturized over here, but this side looks a little bit more perfected, a little bit more blurred, but definitely giving very natural, very skin-like. If I didn't tell y'all, and if y'all didn't see me put foundation on this side of my face, you probably wouldn't even know. Like, that's a great match. It's not too golden, not orange, not too red, not too yellow. That's good. I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and apply it to the rest of my face. And I'm definitely not gonna need more than one pump. I don't think I will. I just want y'all to pay attention again to how this literally melts and blends into my skin. Like, look at that. That's crazy. That is like a perfect match. Wow, I'm impressed because it's, I don't know, sometimes it's a bit difficult for me to find a foundation that's a perfect match. Like, it's never just quite perfect. I feel like MAC really nailed it with this. Yeah. Also, can we take a moment for this brush? Because this is my first time using this. This is a Real Techniques brush. This is number 81. It's an angled foundation brush. This brush actually came in a set of all face brushes, and it came with this little palette. So these are the other brushes that came with it, and I think that they're just so cute. Like, it's called the Nude Essentials set, I think. I don't remember, but I'll link it down below. $20 for all 5 of these. So 4 brushes, and then you get your little mixing face palette too. So I thought that was a good deal, and I grabbed it at Ulta. This is a good brush. It's nice and soft, and it blends really, really well. So for my girls that like a minimal makeup look, like a no makeup look, and you just literally want to put on a foundation and go, I feel like this is the one. Like, this is good. This is how my face is looking with no concealer, no bronzer, no nothing else on it. Literally just the foundation. And it's giving. Mac said that this has like a gold and silver pearlescent like shimmer to it, and I did see it like when I blended it on the back of my hand. I did notice it a little bit, but as I'm looking at my face in the mirror, I'm not seeing it. I feel like it's just coming off as radiant. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm using the shade Amande. And then I'm gonna follow up just a bit of brightening concealer with my Pat McGrath, and I'm using the shade M21. So I'll show you the other MAC products that I am gonna use in this look. Also, y'all, this foundation does say that it is like a medium finish, I guess. It does say it's medium coverage. I don't know. I didn't apply the full pump because y'all see I have some left. But to me, it's giving more like light medium. I'm going with the MAC Radiant Skinfinish bronzer, and I'm using the shade Richer Rosy. I love this bronzer. It's like so light but so much pigment, if that makes sense. It just looks really natural and so blendable. And the rest of my face I'm going to set with this Nars pressed powder. So this is the Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder, and I'm using the shade Seafront, and not going to go in too much, and I'm using like a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust this all over. Oh, I didn't show y'all on camera, but I did use the MAC Squirt Plumping Gloss, and this is in the shade Amped. So I just put that on my lips, no lip liner or anything, because I didn't want to do too much. I didn't do anything to my eyes or anything dramatic to my lips, just because I didn't want to take away or distract from the foundation. I wanted the foundation to be the star of the show, okay? Before I'm off for my little wear test, I do want to mention that I don't see the foundation like really sinking into my lines. Like, I have a smile line right here that product sometimes does kind of like sink into, and you can kind of start to see the creases, but I'm not seeing that happen so far. We're good so far. I'm not seeing like any noticeable, like I'm not seeing my pores look more noticeable. It does look like really nice and blurred, and I do appreciate that. I also want to see if this transfers, because they do claim that this is supposed to be transfer resistant. I'm scared. So I have white tissue here. Y'all see there's nothing on it right at the moment. And press it to my face. I don't know if that's the powder or if that's the foundation, but there is, I don't know if y'all can tell, there's a little bit, just a tiny little bit. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that the foundation is just like really coming off of my face, but as far as it being transfer resistant, I mean, we got a little bit. But again, that could also be the Nars Perfecting Powder that I put on my face. So I really don't know. I probably should have did my little transfer test before I put the powder on top. That would have been smart. I didn't think about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be off to my little wear test, and then I'll be back to let y'all know my final thoughts on this foundation. Okay, so it's been a few hours. I just finished eating, and the foundation still looks good, y'all. I'm not getting super oily. It looks good. And this is in natural lighting. Like, I'm sitting in front of the window in the living room. So I'm gonna give it like another hour or two and check back in with y'all to see how we're looking. All right, y'all, we are back, and it's now 5 hours later. I checked in with y'all a little bit ago. I haven't really done too much today, so I didn't go outside. Well, I did go out like in the backyard for just a little bit. It wasn't like for an extended period of time or anything. I ate. I chilled around the house a little bit. But yeah, this is how we are looking. And for 5 hours of wear, I think it's really good. I don't typically wear, like when I do wear a foundation and I'm like going out somewhere, I don't usually wear it for longer than like 6 or 7 hours. So for it to look like this after 5 hours, I think this is great. Like I have very, very minimal oiliness going on right now. I do have just like a little bit of glisten right here, but it's nothing crazy. And that's usually where I always get oily first. And like as far as any creasing or anything, like I was eating, you don't see any creasing around my mouth, no creasing on my forehead, like in any fine lines or anything. She's good. Like she's not melting off of my face. It looks pretty much as good as it did when I first put it on. And that's saying a lot because I've had foundations just kind of like melt down on me as I wore them throughout the day, and I kind of like look like an oily mess. But this looks really, really nice. So I feel like this foundation is living up to its claims outside of that whole transfer proof situation. But even that transfer that we saw on the tissue earlier could have very well been the setting powder that I used on my face, and even that was like very minimal transfer. It feels like I don't have anything on my skin. Like it feels very nice and lightweight, and the consistency of it, I like it because it kind of felt like skincare. So definitely here for the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. That's a mouthful, but yeah, I really like this foundation, and I'm so happy that I decided to go ahead and try it. But if I absolutely had to rate this out of a 10, I would give it a strong 9. I really, really love the way that it looks. I love how it matched my skin. Like this is literally giving me second skin. If you were on the fence about trying out the new MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation, I say go for it, girl. Definitely try it. If you guys have tried this one out, please let me know. If you're thinking about trying it out, if you have any questions or anything, please list it down below in the comments. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not already, please make sure you click the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss it anytime I upload a new video. And I will see y'all in the next one. Alrighty, bye.